Yo, welcome to the show. It's Taylor the Faded, where we break down the bets. No need to debate it. From the spreads to the odds, we got the insight. Tune in, lock in, we keep it real tight. Whether you're a rookie or a seasoned vet, we got the picks that'll help you win the bet. From the court to the field, we analyze the game. Taylor the Faded, remember the name.
Playoffs? Somebody say playoffs? Playoff time, my nigga. It's playoff time. This is where we shine. This is where we shine.
I like that. I like that thought. This is where we shine. Playoff.
This is where we shine. Welcome to the show, everybody. Taylor the Faded, Kevin Ty here. First off, I apologize for yesterday. Me and Ty just had life happen, and we intended to be on yesterday. That was the thought process. It did not work out that way, and you know, just bear with us. It happens sometimes. But with all that being said, and this is not me pouring salt into the wound, but Ty, I don't know if you had tickets for yesterday already together, but I did, and my shit went green for both games.
I was 50-50. Out of the like 3 tickets that I did, 2 of them was good, 1 of them was fugazi. So I'll take it.
I had Mixon, McConkey, and Nico touched anytime touchdown parlay. I had both of them, and I had a ticket where where I had Pickens for a 30-yard reception, Derrick Henry for a touchdown, and something else that hit, and it hit. So yeah, those were the only 2 I had for those. But
Johnson just tanked me, man, for the Chargers, like because he's been getting like big catches, targets, and yards the last 2 weeks. So I had him and McConkey on the joint, and clearly McConkey just took all. The
Chargers disappointed a lot of people yesterday.
Yeah. Considering, like, you know me, I'm looking at stats all the time trying to make my decision. Number 1 in scoring defense. Scoring defense. But
absolutely shit the bed yesterday, though.
3 picks all season, 2 or 3 picks he had all season, and then
he threw 4 in one game.
Man, bro, like the fuck.
But yesterday's action is yesterday's action. If you did play something without us, I hope you won. If not, about to win the day. And that's where we at with it. All right, let's start here. This is Monday night's game.
Right. I wanted to do at least one thing from Monday night, and I mean, both of these dudes are just, they're 2 of the top. I would say top 5, but by any estimation, they're top 10. So I'm
about to say top 10 for sure. If you want to have a discussion about top 5, I'm sure there's some good arguments and debates to be had.
There's no discussion.
No, Justin's top 5 for sure. He's top 3.
He's top. He might be top 2. Him and Jamar, I would say.
Yeah.
But either way, Puka is a target machine. The rock. I could see them both having 100-yard games a day. Many receptions. They'll damn sure get double-digit targets.
For sure, the targets will be there.
Both of these passing defenses are pretty trash. Let me just pull it up while I'm saying that out loud. Passing defense for the Rams is 20. And for the Vikings, it is 28.
I'm about to say, I know the Vikings are even lower.
There are 30 teams. So
I target them every week.
Right. So 3-1.
Their secondary is fun to bet against. This
is what I got.
Yeah. Oh, well, so here's the thing that I always, whenever we do wide receivers, volume. Will they get the targets? If they'll get the targets, you always got a chance. You know for a fact that these 2 gentlemen will absolutely get the targets. The end zone's always a fickle thing because I'm the touchdown guy who between the 2 of us usually. Yeah. Everyone knows that. I love that Ty jumped into the touchdowns today, though. I was like, oh, shit. My guys out there picking TDs.
They didn't really leave me much of a choice, man, because I don't really like anything about the Broncos game. Like, I don't like anything to put money on other than what we'll discuss later.
Right.
But, so I had to kind of double down on the Eagles game. So, plus, Saquon and Jalen, like, goddamn, if they don't score, we don't win.
Facts. We'll get to that in just a minute. You saying you don't like this game made me pull up my ticket for this game. So here's the thing about this game. Bo Nix's first playoff game is in Buffalo. So I don't expect them to be amazing, but I also like Denver a lot more than most people do. I think that team's pretty good. I like the weapons. They have really tall receivers, which if they get into the red zone, is just like it makes them a mess to deal with. They got like Vele, who's like 6'4", Sutton's like 6'3". Then they got little Marvin Mims, who's not 6 anything but fast as a goddamn hiccup. So yeah, I like Denver more than most people in this particular game. Though clearly, Josh Allen is the person who you like the most for a touchdown. As I looked at the auxiliary pieces, James Cook is going to have his opportunities to run the ball. Mm-hmm. Keon Coleman, as he has gotten healthier and healthier, has taken targets away from Amari Cooper and has taken snaps away from Amari Cooper. Mm-hmm. So I like Keon Coleman. And usually when I do these picks with the touchdowns, I like to try and find the secondary dudes with really good odds that, come together that have good chances to score. I think this is the best list of those guys in this game based on the stats and everything. I got this at 16-1, which is pretty good. If you don't really know how that goes, 16-1 is not bad.
On your side with this, and that like a Broncos win here would not absolutely stun me. Like I'm not betting on them to win, right, but like I see it being a close game too. Just for context, the Bills are 24th out of 32 in pass defense, so they are susceptible to that.
Score points against the Bills,
right?
Score points against the Bills.
And the Broncos, they are 3rd in rush D. So like if they can get it to a point where they're making it one-dimensional in terms of not allowing Cook or Josh Allen to run the ball, mm-hmm, then it's a real ass game then.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely think this game is going to be. I'm still going with Buffalo if you're telling me to pick a winner, but I definitely don't. I definitely don't think it's going to be like a cakewalk. I feel like they're going to give them hell today. Like that's just.
You don't think when you think about playoff teams where you're like, oh well, they got what it takes to come through. Like you kind of stop at Kansas City, and maybe you also consider Baltimore, but
right,
there's nobody else that you're writing in pen. Everybody else is pencil. So until proven otherwise, the Bills are definitely penciled, despite all the hype and Josh Allen being the MVP up until these last 2 weeks, where Lamar usurped that motherfucker from him again. A collapse would not surprise me.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Next ticket, this is ties, and I like this one a lot.
Yeah. Oh, you got the logo over the odds.
Okay. I got you. Give me 1 second because it's in the data bank. But you can talk about it while I solidify that part.
Saquon not playing last week and foregoing the Russian record was the best thing to be done in terms of our chances to win. Now,
right,
if we don't win, it's not because people were hurt or they were worn down. We at least tried to give them as much time possible to recuperate. And the Packers are they're 7th in a run, which ain't bad. But if I'm not mistaken, with the pass, they are 13th. So either way, defense ain't terrible.
This is a quality defense.
Saquon just happens to be the best in the world, and that includes if people come from Wisconsin to play in Philadelphia. So he is going to get opportunities. Like I think everybody and their mama know this is how we win games now. And Saquon's smart enough to know that if he scores from like 5 yards, if he runs it like from like the 5 or the 10, he can score as long as we don't put ourselves in like tush push range, and he does that. So he'll have the opportunity to break some. So
391, just so you know, pretty much 4-1 is what you got this at.
Yeah, 4-1. So,
Saquon 90 yards,
touchdown, and it's probably going to be half of that. I like them to go a little wild here.
Agreed. We very much agree on that. I didn't do a running back ticket this week. And that's not true. I did one, but because we didn't do the show yesterday, the value of who's left to add today wasn't worth posting. That's what it was. I actually did one, and it had Henry and Mixon on it naturally, but with Kyron, I think it's like Kyron, Josh Allen, and Bucky Irvin. It just wasn't the odds weren't good enough to bring it to the stage. Huh? Yes, he did in the fourth quarter, as a matter of fact. Because nigga, yeah, I'll send you a screenshot of that shit later.
And that actually makes sense because by the fourth quarter, my bets had lost, so I turned. I didn't even want to watch any more of that. So yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. Last night, I was sitting there going through, in the lab, coming up with things. And I put Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts on the ticket to score anytime touchdowns together. And then I looked at Jaden Daniels and was like, am I being greedy? I feel like I'm doing too much. But it's still got a good chance. I don't know. And I talked myself out of putting Jaden Daniels on there. Me and Ty had not discussed our picks at this point. This morning, I wake up, text messages with Ty's picks in there, and I see this beautiful ticket right here that I talked myself out of. And then I said, that's just the universe telling me I should have put him on there. So here we are with our quote unquote collab ticket because we put this together without knowing we were putting it together.
We try to do on a weekly basis.
To be fair, yes. Yeah. We have a lot of the same strategies and thought processes. So this isn't like oh my God, how could they pick the same thing? It just was funny to me. We got Josh Allen anytime. We got Jalen Hurts anytime. We got Jaden Daniels anytime. These are the quarterbacks most likely to score this week. Just, you throw them all on a ticket. You get a little over 8-1. And if you got some bonus money like Todd did, it's a free swing.
There you go.
It's a completely free swing. Now, if you're feeling froggy and you really want to get very different and extra with your picks, you could also go Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, and Sam Darnold for like a quarterback trio if you wanted to. And I'm sure the odds for that would be through the roof, and you might even want to round robin there.
Yes.
I say that because that same three is currently in my drafts of picks, and I'm deciding if I'm going to do it.
Also, if you want to just go ham on things, these same three quarterbacks that you see here for anytime touchdowns, I also did a ticket that I didn't post where I picked them for first touchdowns, and that one was 500 and something to 1. So essentially $1 would get you $500. So it's a long ass walk for 4 quarters. So if you do that, I would round robin it and play them individually. And you could really just bust up $1. Like if you put 25 cents on the parlay for all three and 50 cents on the round robin, and then put $1 on each of them individually, that would probably be less than $5 if I'm not mistaken, right? That'd be
$5 and some change. Yeah, good little investment though for $5 and some change, because if any of it hits, you get way more than $5 and some change back.
Yeah.
Way more. So yeah, this is the one we like. I got another one here that this is a long shot. This is absolutely a long shot. I usually keep these to myself. I don't even bring these to the stage. There's some logic in this one. And as you can see, I use $2.50 of my free money. This bet hits, I'll have $70+. So, no worries.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and live take that one.
So, and I'll give you my logic as you go ahead and sift through your app and get it together. Buffalo's defense is at home. They are playing Bo Nix, a first-time playoff quarterback, in an environment that is pretty much almost second to none. We are really looking at in Orchard Park, one of the best football atmospheres in the entire world, like anywhere. I'm not saying that I don't like Bo Nix. I told you earlier that I actually love the Broncos probably more than most people. But first time in that environment, in that pressure cooker as a quarterback, a first quarter mistake, pick 6 is not out of the question. We watched Justin Herbert, who threw 3 picks all year, throw 4 yesterday in a game in a playoff atmosphere on the road. I'm not telling you that it's likely. I'm just telling you it wouldn't surprise me. As I get down to the Eagles defensive pick that I made, number one, the defense is cooking, and as they continue to turn it up and churn, they're just getting better and better and better as the year goes on. That's just an observation, and that's actually an objective observation, not even as a fan, just as watching football. The Eagles have gotten better defensively. Also, Jordan Love loved to throw an interception, bro. He had an epic streak of throwing interceptions that we made some money off of on this show if you were here earlier in the season. Jordan Love will throw that ball to the other team. And in that pressure cooker of the link that he's going to be in today with the noise and Jalen Carter right there in the middle, it is not out of the question to have the same thing that happened last week with a quick little pick six. Again, this is a long shot pick, and I usually don't bring these here, but I love these two spots just based on those things. And again, really, really high reward for a really, really low risk. If you put $1 on this, you're going to win $31.40.
If you put $1 on it now, you're going to win $30.80
because it went down. Okay,
just slightly, but it's still 30 plus. Odds going down means that people are taking it. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So it's not. And I think like the impetus from that is seeing what Justin Herbert did yesterday. Like he couldn't wait to throw pick sixes. It's not impossible.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Bro was doing his best to fuck that up. All right. So I got two tickets and some touchdowns. Ty got one more Eagles pick, but this one I'm gonna do because I'm stepping into Tyree's territory with this one right here. This is just strictly stat props, no touchdowns at all from KP. I'm gonna see what I could do here. And this is also a game that Ty hates, which makes me laugh. Because of all the times I can pick a game, this is the game I pick. So Cortland Sutton, he's going to be the top target, 5 receptions. That's really easy to explain. Keon Coleman, I actually wanted to go 40 because that's the kind of receiver he is, but I kept it light, 25. James Cook, 50 rushing yards. I think they're going to do a lot. Denver's a great defense against the run, but I think because they have a dual threat of both Cook and Josh Allen, I feel like there will be at least this much available for Cook in the flow of what they do.
Just to really piggyback on that, Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, was 6th against the run yesterday. And just having to worry about Lamar maybe holding on to the ball left many lanes wide open for Derrick Henry to just crush and fuck about. Like
they both went crazy on him yesterday. Yes. Because you had to pick your poison and there wasn't a good choice. And then that's what I'm saying. So based on that, I'm not saying that, I don't see a Derrick Henry performance out of James Cook, but I like 50 yards. I feel good about 50 yards. And Bo Nix for the 2 passing touchdowns. Again, I like Denver to fight in this game. I like them to need to score a touchdown or 2 at the end. And two's a solid number for Bo. I think he's thrown 2 in like 3 of his last 4, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So,
and as we mentioned earlier, Buffalo's 24th against the pass.
So
32.
And that's not good. Jesus Christ.
No.
That's crazy. All right. I have 2 more, but Ty, I'm gonna get to this Eagles ticket that you put together.
Right. So
because it's beautiful.
The opposite of Saquon going stupid would be us throwing this rock about, which happens. Like,
right.
This wouldn't be the first time this season where they both had touchdowns and had some decent yards.
And to piggyback off of that, they both scored against. I'm pretty sure they both scored in the first game. I know AJ did. AJ definitely scored a touchdown in the first game against Green Bay. I feel like Devontae did too, but whatever.
I like the odds on this one. I mean, if they both scored touchdowns, then that clearly meant that Jalen had to throw them. So that was like the last one I had. I was like, well, wait, shit, I might as well just see if I can't get this a little higher with that. I mean, because that has to happen as a result. That's one of those if-thens.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't go for alternate yards. The yards that they had him at on the lines, just they seem doable right now. I mean,
if I would have went the only thing I probably would have did just because I'm a pussy, I probably would have went 70-50 as opposed to 80-60. Yeah. And then that probably would have brought it down. It probably would have still kept it at 10.
Right. It would have been anywhere from like 8 to 11.
Right.
So that would not have been bad.
But that's just because I'm a pussy when it comes to these kind. Like when it's this, Anytime I need more than three things to happen, I'd be scared. Like,
be cautious about it, and like you go those low numbers, and like one ticket that I lost, I had McConkey for 5 catches and 50 yards, and what do you have? 8 catches for like $1. I don't even remember.
And you could have went crazy on that, Joe.
All right, if you'd have just did a McConkey ticket alone with a touchdown, 100 yards, 6-7 receptions, you'd have had a great day.
And to your point with that, I did a what's the kid's name from Houston? Michi? No, I did a Michi catch ladder 2, 3, and 4, and he and cashed all 3 of them. That's some new shit that I'm doing, bro. I think I got a formula for it, but I don't want to talk shit because it's only worked twice, and I tried it like 5 times. So, but 40% is great in gambling. Like if 40% is amazing in gambling. All right. So here is my wide receiver number 2 kaboom. All these dudes are the second in targets for the most part on their team in wide receivers. Marvin Mims gets a lot of those little smoke screens, like plays in the flat. He's a smaller receiver who's like quick as hell. So he's one of those guys. He scored against Kansas City. Of course, Kansas City had the E team out, so we're not going to take a whole lot of stock out of that. But still professional football players, and he scored. Jalen McMillan has been cooking for the last 4.5, like 5 weeks or so. So, Mike Evans is always going to get the attention. Starting tight end Cade Otton is back for Tampa. I see them putting some focus on Otton, some focus on Evans. They got Irvin coming out of the backfield. There's going to be some spaces and opportunity for Jalen McMillan to make some noise. So I like him as in that second spot. And Jordan Addison is Jordan Addison. We've made a ton of money off of Jordan Addison this year. He's just been doing his thing. And it's never a bad thing to throw something on him. But you put those 3 together and you get 21-29. At least that's what you got it. When I put it together, it may have gone up or down since then. But I like this one. I'm playing them all straight. I'm not round robining, but this is one you definitely round robin. Like if you don't do the straights like I usually tell y'all, because I could easily see a 2 out of 3 for this. I can see McMillan and Addison and maybe Mims not getting it, or some other combination of those.
Yeah, it's most certainly doable. It's just like Sam Darnold hasn't been killing the world these last couple weeks, man, and he's
looked terrible. He's looked terrible. Let's not even be that nice. He's looked really fucking bad.
Yeah. It could be the type of thing where the receivers bail him out because he's talented enough to do it. So
right, because he definitely in that last game against Detroit, Anderson should have scored, Jettis should have scored. Like that was him. And people are like, "Oh, Detroit was amazing." I'm like, "Oh, was Sam Darnold just really bad?" Because that was the game I watched. I watched a quarterback be really fucking bad.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm not saying Detroit didn't play well, but we not like because offensively they were still flawless. They didn't miss a fucking beat. Sam Darnold wasn't trying to stop Jahmyr Gibbs from getting a 4-pack on the motherfuckers. They don't even offer a 4-pack. No. Like that shit's not even on the odds splits. Like 3 is as good as you get. But anyway, I got one more. Here's my last one. The odds for this are crazy. When I put these 3 together, I didn't expect it to come out to this. Mike Evans, who is clearly Baker Mayfield's number 1 target, Terry McLaurin, who is clearly Jamie Daniels' number 1 target, and Cade Otton, who has missed a few games and is back. And if you follow him, Baker Mayfield this year, he loves Cade Otton. I would be very surprised if he's not the number 2 in receptions and every other major receiving category on that team without Godwin being there. So at pretty much 15-1, I love this ticket. Play all these straight as well. But I like this one a lot.
I like it too. Like, I mean, but like the Evans McLaurin thing is like, damn. Like that's one where you could do the touchdowns and then do my thing where you're giving them 5 catches, 50, 60 yards a piece, and touchdowns on top, which would probably be slightly more than K. Otton's odds. So, like, if somebody wanted to do that type of ticket,
Yeah.
I might have to do that when we get off the air here.
To be fair, you could go Mike Evans and Terry McLaurin and just do them for the any times, and it's still a great number.
Absolutely.
Like if you don't trust the Cade Otton situation, I just felt like, you know, with the fact that he's going to get he's going to get targets, and in the red zone, those are the two top targets. Like those are the people that Baker Mayfield's looking for when the Bucks get into the red zone. So that right there is that. Terry McLaurin is just Terry McLaurin. He's cooking, and he's always going to be a viable option there. But yes, like Ty said, you can easily do the same type of ticket that we showed y'all with AJ and Devontae. You could do the same thing here. You could do that with McLaurin and with Mike Evans for anytime touchdown, whatever their yards number is, or all if you like it, you know, and not even have to worry about that bottom line and still get a good number out of it. So, as a matter of fact, Ty, if you do that, send it to me and I'll post it in the stories.
I got you.
I'll do it like that. But hey, man, it's playoff Sunday, first one. Saturday was good. The games weren't, but it was good. Like as far as, you know, gambling, I'm not mad at the way things happen.
Yeah.
Let's recap what we got going on. This here is for tomorrow night's game. Jettas and Puka 90 yards apiece. Jettas and Puka 7 catches apiece. You could also, that's another combo you could go for with McLaurin and with watch McLaurin with catches though. Because he has this thing sometimes where he'll get 3 catches and it'll be like 130 fucking yards. Like, watch him with catches.
The rocket balls to McLaurin, man.
Yeah. So watch him with catches. I always feel more comfortable with yards with him than with catches.
Agreed.
So here we got the Eagles receiver, Kaboom.
Yep.
Devontae and AJ both scoring, both over their yards markers, 60 and 80. Jalen with 2 touchdowns. We have the quarterback love collab, quote unquote. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, all to score anytime touchdowns. It's 8:45. Once again, if you take them to the first touchdowns, you could probably change your life if you put $5 on it and it hit.
It'll damn sure change your day.
Yeah, it'll for sure change your day. Saquon, the Saquon domination ticket. My man's for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. I believe I said it was 391, if I'm not mistaken, is what that was in it. Yes, 391. Or at least when it was placed. Who knows what it is now?
Changed.
But again, that's Saquon for 90 and 2 touchdowns. This is my what is this? Buffalo and Denver touchdown pack. I got Keon Coleman, Cortland Sutton, and James Cook. Anytime touchdowns, took them all straight as well. You can round robin if you so choose. 16-1 is what that was coming in at. Buffalo defense, Philadelphia defense. This is the one Ty likes to laugh at me. This is the optional play. Don't do this if you don't, feel strong about it. But I did it because again, $3 will win you 100 for the most part. Like that's a strong turnaround.
And shout out to you for not making it mandatory.
You know, I do what I can out here, bro. I do what I can. Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, K. Otton, anytimes. Again, you can water this down if you want to go Evans and McLaurin. You can go Evans and McLaurin with just yards and a touchdown. You can jazz this up as you want. This is how I'm putting it together, though, because I just like Evans and Otton's red zone ability, and McLaurin just finds the end zone. That's just kind of his thing.
Yeah.
This is me with my attempt to be like Ty. 5 receptions for Cortland Sutton, 25 yards for Keon Coleman, 50 rushing yards for James Cook, and Bo Nix 2 touchdown passes. This is pretty much a 6.5-1, close to 7. Weird number, but pretty much low risk, good reward on that one. I like it. We'll see how it goes.
Agreed.
And for the last one, we got the wide receiver number 2. Again, this is definitely a round robin. Don't not round robin this if you play it. It just doesn't make any sense at all. We got Marvin Mims, anytime. We got Jalen McMillan anytime. Jordan Addison anytime. Like Ty said, we don't like Sam Darnold right now. We definitely aren't super confident in his ability to do anything right. But
dang.
You know, I mean, I'm just talking about like based on what I saw in that Detroit, that was crazy. Like that was New York Jets Sam Darnold. Like,
no.
he was
I
missing
agree with
receivers.
everything you said. It just sounded harder out loud than it was in my head.
No, you're right. You're right. Them brothers get paid millions. But I'm going to go on the fact that maybe Sam's realizing he might be fucking up his bag and he'll come out and ball tonight or tomorrow night, I should say. But we will see. We will see. We will see. So before we get off, Ty, I'm gonna tell you this story on air just because I think it's funny. So last night, just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, man, want to play a little bit of roulette. Was up, couldn't sleep, went on the gym, $37, bro. Cashed out at like 247.
Some green.
Ah, man. I hit 0, 00, 16, and 18. That's my dad and my little sister. So I hit them 4 like maybe 6 times, but I put the most on them. You know, so yeah, cooking. It was a good chance.
It's always a good time.
It's a good chance, bro.
Once you have some free time today, you will definitely. Well, let me go back and see. Don't do it.
No. I'm gonna get out of there. We gonna hit some of these crazy gems, and that's gonna be the one. But we appreciate y'all. Like I said, next week, I don't know what the playoff schedule looks like, but we will do our best to get you a show with the entire slate to make sure that we have that happening next week. We'll be celebrating the Eagles win. I'm gonna say that out loud, put the good energy into the air, because you know, that's just what we're gonna do today. And yeah, man, pull up on us next week and get this money. I'm about to. I don't have a lot of time, and neither do you. For about 55 minutes or so. So make sure you get your picks in. I'm gonna throw them up right now. I'm literally gonna go on and do that right now. And you'll hear from us throughout the day, y'all. Peace and major blessings.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Taylor the Faded, where we break down the bets. No